Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited today to introduce to you guys my lovely, beautiful mommy. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who's watching right now, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to finally do my mom's makeup. Ever since I was little, I remember मुझे कितना शौक होता था कि मैं आपका भी makeup करूँ और नानी माँ का भी makeup करूँ. I don't know why I always needed to transform the women in my life who were always working so hard for us, and now I'm gonna get emotional.
I'm so lucky, I'm blessed कि मेरे बच्चे इतने प्यारे हैं जो मुझे बहुत प्यार करते हैं.
But I just wanted कि आज मैं उनको बस बिठा के अपने पास और इनकी जो खूबसूरत फीचर्स हैं मैं उनको enhance करूँ. I think अम्मी की वजह से ही मेरे अंदर ये सारे शौक आए हैं. Because of her, I'm into music, beauty, skincare, fashion, all of these sort of creative things. I think she was the one to sort of introduce me to them and kickstart me on that direction. So thanks, Mom, for making me like a makeupaholic. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Stick around to see how I do this makeup on my mom. And if you haven't done so yet, what do they need to
Subscribe, push the bell button.
And let's get started.
So I'm going to start out with the ordinary niacinamide serum just to sort of prep the skin. I usually use this, so I wanted to try it on my mom. It gives a really nice natural glow, so I'm just softly applying it on her face. Now I'm going to use the Smashbox Petal Metal Shimmering Spray, which is also kind of like a primer that gives you a glow, blending it out with a beauty blender. Next, I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Cream. This really works well when you want to add concealer and other makeup on top of it. The Zero Makeup Palette. I'm using the conceal or the corrector from my shade Ivory just to hide all the dark spots and the pigmentation. I'm using a brush for this, but then also blending or dabbing with my finger. Just applying it on her forehead now. A little bit under her eye area. And just blending it out with a brush. Just applying a bit on the eyelids as well. Now next what we're going to be doing is going in with the Too Faced Born This Way medium to high coverage foundation. I will include the shade in the description box, and I will first put a few pumps on my hand and then just blend it out with a brush. This was a really cool brush that my mom had. I think it was a Sephora brush, I'm not sure, but it was a really nice brush to apply foundation with. Just applying it all over her cheeks and her forehead, trying not to mess too much with the under eyes. Oh, time for a little kiss. Isn't she so cute? There you go, her face is ready now for some concealer. I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger and adding a few dots under the eyes, on the forehead, as well as the bridge of her nose. I'm going to apply some on her chin, a little bit on the upper lip area, corners of the mouth. And these are usually the areas where I need to apply concealer. I'm applying some on her eyelids and now again blending out with this really nice concealer brush. Applying a little bit more product and just dabbing it. Now I'm using my mom's Master Drama contour stick from Maybelline. Using a thinner brush to contour her nose. Just gonna do the tip of her nose and apply a little bit on to the middle or above her tip as well to give the effect of a lift. Now I will be adding a little bit more on the corners or the edges of her forehead. Then I'm going to take a brush and blend it out really nicely. This is just to warm up her face a bit and also sort of give a bronzy, contoury effect. I'm going for a natural look, so I didn't want to do too much. Now I'm using my Ivory palette again to use the blush. I really like this color. It's a cream blush, so I'm gonna dab it on with my finger, then blend it out with my fingers as well, just the way I do on myself. And then I'm just gonna use a brush to sort of blend further Now I'm loosely applying the translucent powder from Mercier. First, I decided to lightly apply it to majority of her face, and then I wanted to add a little bit extra to her under eye. Now my mom thought that I shouldn't be doing this, but I know that she's not used to it, so I wanted to try it out anyways to see how it works. Going in with the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel, this usually gives a lot of texture and gives the appearance of brows when you have really thin brows. My mom has really thinned out brows, so first I wanted to add a little bit texture so that then I can go in with the Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is for really precise kind of strokes, so I tried that out. And I'm just brushing her brows down and just filling in any sort of empty areas. Then I'm going to brush them up and then of course finish filling in where I feel that I need to. Now I'm using the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. My mom specifically said that I don't want really heavy or defined looking brows, so I really kept it light. I kept on building on as I went along. Now I'm going to use the Maven Beauty Basic Beat eyeshadow palette in Soft Blend, and I'm using the light peachy shade all over her eyelids to sort of just give them a neutral tone. Then I'm going to use the white shade to highlight her brow bone. Now I'm using my mom's Estee Lauder palette. I don't know if this was some sort of a limited edition. I will try to add it in the description box. I'm using the pinkish shade. I tried applying it with a brush, but then I realized that it would show up better with my finger. Now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette of Pop's Luxury palette, and again going in with a pink kind of shade. This one has a little bit more sparkle in it. And now I'm doing the darker brown shade in the outer corners of her crease and her eyelid, using a sort of like a precise smudge brush, but then blending it out with my finger a bit more. One thing is for sure that makeup definitely shows up more in person than it does on camera with lighting and everything. Now I'm using a fluffy brush to sort of blend out the crease so there's no abrupt lines happening. I think this brush is a really nice brush from MAC. We'll include the details down below. Again, now I'm using the same palette and using the dark brown matte shade with a really precise shadow brush and using it as a soft eyeliner on my mom's upper lash line. This really gives a nice effect of not only a soft liner, but it gives you a little bit of room to apply a more precise color, like a marker liner later on, without it looking too graphic and too thick. Because I know my mom doesn't like the overly graphic look. Oh, hi Magu. Okay, this right here is a new thing that I got from Essence. It's like a maroon kind of an eyeliner shade, and I was wanting to try it out, so I just apply it on her lower lash line and blend it out with a really precise brush. Now I'm curling her eyelashes, and this was kind of scary because I didn't want to, get my mom's skin inside the eyelash, but we finally did it using my mom's Maybelline lash something. I forgot the name. How could I forget the name of this mascara? But you guys know which one this is. This is the one that's not waterproof. The Lash Sensational, that's right. It's always harder to apply mascara on other people. I don't have that much practice on doing makeup on other people. I do it on myself, but it's a totally different ballgame when you're trying to do it on somebody else. So I ended up, getting a little bit of mascara on her lower lash line, but then I decided that might be an opportunity to use a precise brush and kind of blend it out like a thin stroke of black liner. And then I use the same sort of darker shade to kind of create a more apparent corner on the crease and the upper lid. Yeah, Now, this was the most challenging part, applying lashes, and not even just any kind of lashes, individual lashes on my mom. I just don't know why I wasn't able to do it right, so then I decided to just do it off camera. But I eventually got there. I applied like maybe 4 individual lashes to each eye on the outer corner. Beauty. Now I'm going to use the Maven Beauty Waterproof Eyeliner in black. This is one of my favorite black eyeliners. It is so black and I love it. It's really easy to apply as well as compared to other eyeliners and is super pigmented. So I applied it on top of the shadow sort of liner that I did earlier. So maybe on the edges you could still see like a soft look, but then again it's very like pigmented liner. Now I'm going in with the Rimmel lip liner in the color Spice, which is my new favorite lip liner. I wanted to enhance my mom's lip shape a little bit, kind of overline just a tad bit. And I did like a straight line on her Cupid's bow, which is this new trick that I've learned, which helps you get like a more plump look on your lips when you make like a straight line connecting your Cupid's bow rather than making too pointy, kind of, you know what I mean. Now I used the Busme brown liner, I think it was espresso, and I'm just doing it on her Cupid's bow and the bottom of her lip area, not necessarily all the way to the corners. For her lipstick, I am using MAC in Velvet Teddy, and as you can see, my mom is feeling good about things now. A little bit of makeup can definitely elevate your mood, which is exactly what I wanted to do for her on Mother's Day. Now I'm using my Sephora blush palette, which has a lot of cool colors that I usually end up mixing to create the look that I want. So first I started with the lighter shades, then I added a little bit of pink. Now I'm using their kind of peachy highlighter shade that they have, and I'm gonna add a little bit to the apple of her super cute cheeks. Now this one is my MAC highlighter. And the problem was that I didn't have a fan brush on me because I've been staying with my mom for the past few days because Ali has had COVID. So I didn't have all of my things with me. So I ended up kind of applying it with a thicker brush than I would have liked to. Anyways, I'm applying it on her Cupid's bow and her chin as well. Then I decided to use my Hoola bronzer to define her nose bridge a little bit more with a thinner brush. Of course, I'm going to be blending this out as well. Bottom of her nose tip, just blending it out with a brush, and on the sides of her nose bridge I'm applying a little bit of powder, then just using my finger, just kind of winging the whole thing. I really didn't have a plan in mind as to what I wanted to do. Now I'm blending this out with the same brush that I did the eyeshadow with. Yeah, I do that a lot. I just keep like one brush, which is probably not the right thing to do. Adding a bit more Hoola bronzer to warm up her face. Now she really wanted me to give her a kajal look. I really wanted to do her upper waterline, but then she wanted me to go ahead and do her lower waterline as well because she likes the kajal look. And initially I didn't like it, but then later on I realized that no, actually it brings the eyes to life for sure. I avoid kajal sometimes. Just feel like it makes my eyes look super small. That just might be a misconception I have about my own features. Finally, I realized that her brows needed just a little something. So I went ahead and used the Luscious Brow Luxe Toolkit in dark. And finally, to finish it off, I'm using the Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray. So here it is, guys. This is the final look. My beautiful mother, mashallah. She looks so cute. I wish she really had the energy and time to do this and get ready like this all the time. In fact, I wish I had the energy and time to get her ready like this all the time. But a lot of times I don't even have time to get ready myself. So which is why this was a really cool occasion to really pamper her a bit, you know?
Oh, hi guys. How did you guys like this makeup look? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked it and if you guys want to see maybe my mom do my makeup one day.
Okay, I will.
Alright, well, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around for lots more videos. And Mom, do you want to say anything at the end?
या मैं सबके लिए दुआएं करूंगी कि इस वक्त दुनिया में जो हालात हैं वो सब बेहतर हो जाए। हिंदुस्तान, पाकिस्तान, हर जगह, दुनिया के हर कोने के लिए मैं दुआ करूंगी कि सब ठीक हो जाए, सबकी माएँ सलामत रहे, बाप सलामत रहे, खुशियाँ उनको दोबारा से मिले, सबको खुशियाँ मिले।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
और जो इस वक्त उदास है, माँ कितनी भी बड़ी हो जाए या एज कुछ भी हो जाए, माँ माँ होती है, उसकी मौजूदगी एक बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है।
That's so true, such a blessing.
तो मैं आप सबसे यही कहूँगी कि दुआएं करें सबके लिए, लाइक करें हिरा के चैनल को।
अच्छा, और पप्पी भी तो देना आप मुझे।
पप्पी तो बनती है इसलिए।
पप्पी तो बनती है। I love you guys. Take care. See you next time.